Big political face-off erupting after the Amar Jawan Jyoti at Delhi's India Gate will be doused and merged with the flame at the adjoining National War Memorial. Rahul Gandhi breathing fire on the centre, saying that it's sad that the eternal flame is being doused. He went on to say that some can't understand the sacrifice of the braves. Congress also said that extinguishing the flame is equivalent to extinguishing history. The centre has hit back. Government sources say that the eternal flame is not being doused and only being merged with the one at the National War Memorial, which has names of all braves who sacrificed their lives. Government sources have also slammed Congress for spreading misinformation and doing politics over brave hearts.
आजादी के बाद दिल्ली में कुछ गिने चुने परिवारों के लिए ही नवनिर्माण हुआ, लेकिन आज देश उस संकीर्ण सोच को पीछे छोड़कर नए गौरव स्थलों का निर्माण कर रहा है, उन्हें भव्यता दे रहा है। ये हमारी ही सरकार है जिसने दिल्ली में बाबा साहब मेमोरियल का निर्माण किया। ये हमारी ही सरकार है जिसने रामेश्वरम में एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम स्मारक को बनवाया। इसी तरह नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस और श्यामजी कृष्ण वर्मा जैसे महापुरुषों के साथ जुड़े हुए स्थानों को भव्यता दी गई है।
It symbolizes the valor and sacrifice of India's brave hearts. Can you envision Delhi? Can you envision national capital without the Amar Jawan Jyoti? Then tomorrow Modi ji will remove India Gate also. He is actually denigrating symbols which have become symbolical of our pride. They don't belong to any political party. Our soldiers belong to everybody.
The eternal flame that was placed temporarily in 1971 post the Indo-Pakistan war is being merged with the eternal flame in the National War Memorial, which is where it should be. And so today for a congressman to be criticizing that is really a situation where every countryman should ask the Congress, why did you not do for the last 6 decades when you were in government?
Any nation has ever built a future for itself by playing around with its history. But I understand why they are doing that, because they had no role in the history of our nation and how its foundation was laid. And to alter our history is what they're trying to do. But the reality is it also shows you scant disregard for the nationalism that we stand for.
प्रज्वलित अमर जवान ज्योति को आज उचित और सम्मानजनक स्थान मिल रहा है युद्ध स्मारक पर, वॉर मेमोरियल पर। खुद के लिए तो गांधी खानदान ने बहुत बड़ी-बड़ी समाधियां बनवाई और भारत के सेना के बलिदानियों के प्रति इतनी लापरवाही थी कि उन्होंने अंग्रेजों के बनाए एक इंडिया गेट के नीचे बस ज्योति जलाकर काम चला लिया।
हर इतिहास के साथ मोदी जी को जोड़ दिया जाए, उसी दिशा में एक और कदम उठाया जा रहा है। पहले पार्लियामेंट बनाने का काम हो, प्रधानमंत्री आवास हो, कि मोदी जी स्वयं कहते हैं कि हेरिटेज को मेंटेन करना चाहिए। अमर ज्योति जवान एक हेरिटेज है, उसे ना हटाए, नए और कई मेमोरियल उन्हें बनाना है बनाए, लेकिन इतिहास मिटाने का खेल जो शुरू है वो ठीक नहीं।
Fact is that all our ceremonies are now being held at the National War Memorial. So I think it's also appropriate, that the flames be merged at one place, because you could also have criticism that you have the eternal flame at the India Gate, but no official ceremonies are being held there. And now that the National War Memorial has got constructed and sort of has primacy, so I'm not trying to sort of devalue India Gate, and it's an iconic structure. It has the names of World War I and the Afghan war soldiers, and they need to be respected as much. But now that the new war memorial has come up, I think it's appropriate that we have ceremonies at that place.
All right, that's politics over brave hearts. That's brewing as the Congress has, of course, spoken out and talked about dousing off the flame, the Amar Jawan Jyoti at Delhi's India Gate. This is now going to be merged with the flame at the adjoining National War Memorial. Rahul Gandhi breathing fire on the centre, saying it's said that the eternal flame is being doused and it's incredibly sad. He also went on to say that many can't understand the sacrifice of the braves, making a pointed target at the BJP. Congress said extinguishing the flame is equivalent to extinguishing history. But the centre has hit back. The government sources saying the eternal flame is not being doused. It's only being merged with the one at the National War Memorial, which has names of all the braves who sacrificed their lives. Government sources have also slammed Congress for spreading misinformation and for doing politics over brave hearts. So BJP here clearly saying it's just being merged, and it's really not diluting the importance or the brevity with which one respects those brave hearts, while the Congress using the opportunity to play politics and to accuse the BJP of dousing the eternal flame. That's the big political face-off that we're tracking for you at this hour. This is the Amar Jawan Jyoti at Delhi's India Gate. Remember, we are just a few days away from Republic Day as well. These are live visuals that you can see of the Amar Jawan Jyoti. This will be doused and merged with the flame at the adjoining National War Memorial. Why the politics? Rahul Gandhi breathing fire on the centre, saying that the eternal flame is being doused. It's a sad day, and that the opposition clearly, that the BJP clearly can't understand the sacrifice of the braves. Congress saying that extinguishing the flame is equivalent to extinguishing history. But the centre has hit back. The government sources saying eternal flame is not just being doused, it's actually being merged with the one at the National War Memorial. And the memorial, of course, has names of all braves who sacrificed their lives. Government sources have slammed the Congress for spreading misinformation and for doing politics over brave hearts. These are live visuals coming in of the Amar Jawan Jyoti. And this flame being doused is going to be merged with that at the National War Memorial as a tribute to the braves who sacrificed their lives. Politics, of course, erupting over this, with the Congress alleging that it's disrespectful to douse this flame, but the centre hitting back and saying that this isn't a matter for politics and that it is purely being merged with the National War Memorial. Rishi Bhalla joining us on the phone line now. Rishi, we are seeing live visuals of the flame. Abhishek joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, take us through how this is erupting into a political standoff, with the Congress creating an issue out of the flame being doused. What are the plans to merge this with that of the National War Memorial?
Well, of course, it has created a political storm with the Congress blaming the government to erase certain aspects of history and rewrite history. On the other hand, the government is very clear on why this action is being taken. The government is of the view that the National War Memorial is a one-stop place for commemorating the fallen soldiers in post-independent India, whereas the India Gate was built in memory of those who fought for the British Indian Army. But remember, there were also several Indians who died fighting for the British Indian Army during the First World War and the Anglo-Afghan wars later. Having said that, there is also another view that since for the last 3 years, the Amar Jawan Jyoti was coexisting with the original Amar Jawan Jyoti, or the Eternal Flame, being under India Gate, and the other one being at the National War Memorial, why that system could not continue. In fact, in 2019, when the National War Memorial was inaugurated by the Prime Minister, there were senior military officers who were on record saying that the Amar Jawan Jyoti at India Gate is an inseparable part of history and that it will not be done away with. So the big question is, what has changed in these 3 years for the government to take this decision? There are a lot of people who've come out in support of the government, a lot of military veterans who are saying that, yes, this was the logical thing to do. But at the same time, there are several others who are questioning this action, not just military personnel, but also a big debate on social media where several civilians from various aspects of life are questioning the government decision to do away with the Amar Jawan
Abhishek,
Jyoti.
just stay with us. We've got Mohit Sharma also on the line. Mohit, what do you think prompted this decision to kind of douse this flame? As as we were just hearing from Abhishek, within 3 years, the stance seems to have changed and it is leading to a political controversy.
Well, absolutely, and this is just one of the changes that we are going to see here at the India Gate, and we are in fact standing right in front of the Amar Jawan Jyoti. It's almost about 100 meters from where we are right now, and the preparations are underway as we speak to take the flame from here and merge it with that of the eternal flame that goes on at the National War Museum. Now, there is a lot of important questions that have risen out of this entire episode. First and foremost, as to for the 3 continuous years, both the flames have been there, have been burning, and yet there was no decision as such taken. What really prompted the government to take this decision all of a sudden is a question that many are asking right now, and of course the opposition party is claiming that this is an attempt to rewrite history as well. On the other hand, if you look at from the government side, it has been a very clear-cut clarification that has come in from them, that there was no need to have 2 eternal flames, and the whole idea is that you have to understand that the war memorial was built with a single point agenda, that the entire nation needed a memorial to commemorate those who've laid down their lives, who sacrificed their lives, who've made the supreme sacrifice in the line of duty, and that's precisely why the war museum was built. On the other hand, it wasn't just the war memorial that was built, but the names of everyone who's sacrificed or who's made the supreme sacrifice, all of their names have also been engraved right there at the war memorial. So clearly, the government's point is very clear that to further take the significance of the war memorial ahead, to further take the line of ensuring that that the people can actually feel the significance of the place, is something that this is being done. On the other hand, they are also arguing the fact that Amar Jawan Jyoti was always supposed to be a temporary structure, and India really needed a permanent structure to commemorate and pay homage to those who've made the supreme sacrifice, and hence the war memorial was actually built. And now that that has been built, it makes sense to now take the eternal flame from Amar Jawan Jyoti right underneath the India Gate to the war memorial, which essentially is right behind the India Gate as well. Now, the opposition, mind you, has been asking very stringent questions as well. That why is it that for the 3 consecutive years that both the flames, the eternal flames, coexisted? Why is it that no decision was taken then? What really prompted the government to take this decision now? And of course, you have senior politicians like Rahul Gandhi, of course, coming out and attack the government as well, going on to question that is this just an idea to rewrite the history? And especially given the fact that Amar Jawan Jyoti has been here for almost 50 years now, and finally taking it and removing the entire structure from here and taking it to someplace else is something that will, of course, be questioned, and that's precisely something that is happening. And mind you, I was telling you earlier about the two big changes that are going to take place. One, of course, being the Amar Jawan Jyoti, which we are currently being witness to. But on the other hand, if you look at it, the canopy right behind it will also soon have the statue of Subhash Chandra Bose. So clearly, there's a lot of changes that we are going to witness right here at the India Gate. And clearly, on one hand, you have the opposition parties questioning the removal of the Amar Jawan Jyoti from here and being taken to the war memorial. On the other hand, you have the government, which has, it seems, has other plans for the overall area as well. The canopy will now house the statue of Subhash Chandra Bose, a granite statue, as has been informed by the Prime Minister himself. And from 23rd onwards, that will have a hologram as well till the time the statue is established there. So clearly, the government has elaborate plans whether or not the opposition falls in line or agrees to them is something that is for the opposition to decide. But clearly what we are witnessing today is clearly very historic. Right or wrong is something that, of course, the country will decide, and the people of the country will decide, but definitely a move that has not gone down too well with the opposition parties.
All right, Mohit, stay with us. I've also got Abhishek still with me. Abhishek, take us through some of the other implications of this. The government, of course, clearly saying it's a merger. Things are moving to the National War Memorial. Now, this is a huge break from past tradition, and particularly on occasions like Independence Day, Republic Day. The National War Memorial, if I'm not wrong, was built around just a few kilometers from India Gate and was inaugurated in 2019. And most military ceremonial events have started to be moved to the National War Memorial. Which has names of, close to 26,000 soldiers who've died in different operations, from the war with Pakistan to Galwan Valley clash, with the Chinese troops and so forth.
Well, that's right. All ceremonial events had started to take place at the National War Memorial, and it had replaced, the significance of India Gate. Earlier, all foreign dignitaries would come and pay homage at India Gate, at the Amar Jawan Jyoti. At events like Republic Day, the homage was paid by the Prime Minister at Amar Jawan Jyoti. So that had shifted to the National War Memorial. But having said that, the Amar Jawan Jyoti still existed there. It had its significance. The inverted bayonet with a helmet was symbolic of not just the fallen soldier, but the sacrifices made by the fallen soldiers.
Abhishek, I really want to talk more about this, so just hold on for a moment. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has also shared a comment on this. Let's listen in.
Merging of the flames? What do you want to know?
Sir, there is a lot of controversy around.
There is no controversy. There are some people who don't have better things to do. You would rather have it under the tutelage of a colonial this thing, or would you rather have it under your own this thing? So,
लेकिन राहुल गांधी का ये कहना है कि उन्होंने
मैंने बहुत समय पहले राहुल गांधी जी के कमेंट्स को सीरियसली लेना बंद कर दिया, बहुत देर पहले। वही राहुल गांधी जी हैं जो कहते थे बच्चों, मोदी जी हमारे बच्चों की वैक्सीन कहाँ है, वही राहुल गांधी जी और कई किस्म की बातें करते हैं। तो देखिए, आपके पास जब न्यूज नहीं होती तो आप राहुल गांधी जी के स्टेटमेंट्स को ले लेते हैं, ठीक है? तो अभी जिनको कमेंट करना है उसे करने, अभी हमें काम करने दीजिए।
मशाल बुझाई जा रही है,
अरे मशाल को मर्ज किया जा रहा है टू ऑनर ऑल दोज हु हैव लेड डाउन देयर लाइव्स। ये 1971 के तो उस समय जो ट्रिब्यूट थी यहाँ पे, अब तो एक वॉर मेमोरियल बनाया गया है जो उन्होंने 70 साल नहीं बनाया, वो हम लोग बना रहे हैं। I am very fond of all of you and I like to talk to you, but I have come here to just have a look at. You're not proud of my job. No, I will talk to you all separately. I'll talk to you all separately. We can meet. But just now we are just looking at the final touches. You know, this Central Vista Avenue work has been completed in record time. You are aware of the fact that we had very tight timelines. It was rain. Now we are very happy that it is beginning to take shape. We just want to look at the last minute issues that we have to attend to.
Sir, any comments on the last minute controversy?
There is no which last minute controversy.
Sir, today with Rahul Gandhi tweeting.
Rahul Gandhi is a last minute controversy, not that what he is raising. He is a controversy. He raises controversy. नेताजी की स्टैचू क्यों जरूर थी? भाई नेताजी, आप जिसका भी आप में से हमारे सबका हमारे इतिहास के साथ you have familiarity with our movement, freedom movement, और जो नेताजी की कंट्रीब्यूशन रही है, बहुत सालों से मांग रही है कि we should have a befitting tribute to नेताजी. So अभी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, मैंने उनका ट्वीट देखा कि वो यहाँ पे अंडर दैट कैनोपी एक ग्रेनाइट की नेताजी की स्टैचू होगी, एंड टिल दैट स्टैचू इज रेडी देयर विल बी अ होलोग्राम।
कांग्रेस के शासन में कोई क्या उनको सम्मान नहीं मिला जो
देखिए आप ही यू आर रेजिंग द क्वेश्चंस व्हिच यू वांट टू आंसर। कांग्रेस में नहीं मिला वो तो जाहिर है, पर आप ही सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, उसी का जवाब दे रहे हैं
Abhishek, what do you make of the comments coming in there saying there's no controversy when you have nothing else to do? You focus on those comments coming in from the opposition. What are you making of Hardeep Singh Puri's comments?
Well, on expected lines by the minister, the government really wants to play this down. The government feels that there is actually no controversy here because once again we heard him say something that has been said by others as well. The same script was read out by several other military veterans that, it's a merger of the two flames just because the new war memorial has come up now. There's no real need to have two separate flames or two Amar Jawan Jyotis. And the other aspects that the minister has touched upon, which has also been talked about by others, is the fact that, that has a British legacy. And this is the new war memorial commemorates all sacrifices in post-independent India. But, having said that, one cannot ignore the fact that a lot of Indian military history also goes back to British colonial rule in India. A lot of regiments have more than 200 years of history, and, they are extremely proud of that. So that's a separate argument altogether. But as far as the government is concerned, very clear that, they want to underplay this. They don't want to call this a controversy. And they are saying that just because a new war memorial has been established, there essentially is no role for this Amar Jawan Jyoti that existed even for 3 years along with the flame at the new war memorial.
All right. Mohit also still with us. Mohit, you're actually on ground. You're tracking those comments as they come in thick and fast around the flame, and just as we build up to Republic Day, this controversy erupting, and the question arising as to why we can't have two flames, given the significance of the location of both. The government, of course, clearly saying that this is not a controversy and it is just a merging of the flame and shifting to the National War Memorial. Take us through some more of the kind of comments that have been coming in on this entire issue. Mohit Sharma there with us on ground. If you can hear me, Mohit, take us through more of the comments coming in as this controversy brews around dousing of the flame.
Well, absolutely, Abba. If you look at it, right from the start, right from the morning, when this entire news came about to be that today is the day when the Amar Jawan Jyoti would be merged with that, or with the eternal flame that goes on at the war memorial. There have been a series of comments that have been made, whether we talk about, the Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, who's gone on to accuse the government of rewriting the history. Whether we talk about, Mr. Manish Tiwari, who's also questioned the same, saying that, it seems that the government is completely against, the history of India and wants, say in that, and is also against the sacrifice that have been made by the soldiers. There have been others as well, including Mr. Manoj Jha, Member of Parliament from the RJD, clearly questioning what exactly is the agenda of the government behind it. Because for 3 continuous years, both the flames, whether we talk about the Amar Jawan Jyoti or the eternal flame at the war memorial, both have been burning continuously, and there hadn't been any question that were raised. And why all of a sudden is it that the government decided, or rather chose to question the fact that there are 2 flames that are burning, and both of them cannot continuously burn or coexist side by side. So that is the question that is being asked by the opposition parties. However, you've heard from many of the people from the power as well, from the BJP, from the cabinet, also answering that the whole idea of the war museum, the war memorial museum, was to ensure and commemorate the sacrifice and pay homage to those who've laid their lives in the line of duty, in ensuring that the homage can be paid to our soldiers. And right now, it seems that the preparations are underway. The several key officers making their way right to the Amar Jawan Jyoti, where from a little while from now, about in 6 minutes, so to speak, the entire event will begin, wherein the flame from here, from the Amar Jawan Jyoti, will be taken and would be merged with that with the eternal flame that goes on at the war memorial. And clearly, you can see behind me that the preparations are underway right now as we speak as well. The idea, of course, is from the government side very clear that there should be one eternal flame. And since the nation did not have a war memorial before this, and finally it has been constructed and it has been established, it clearly has more significance. And they've also gone on to question the fact that at least, for the past 50 years, Amar Jawan Jyoti was a temporary structure which was created because of the lack of any other memorial that was made or established to essentially commemorate what our soldiers have done for the country. Right now, in about 5 minutes from now is when we can expect a part of the flame being taken.
Just stay with us, and we will come back to you to see how those events roll out on ground as they prepare in just a few minutes. We also have a comment coming in. Smriti Irani speaking on this issue. All right. She has said that she's in fact slammed Congress over the Amar Jawan Jyoti issue, saying that Congress has demanded proof of a surgical strike. Irani saying that Congress did not pay tribute to soldiers at the National War Memorial. Congress is preaching about patriotism. Real patriots don't back those chanting "Tukre." Okay, Mohit, that's the comment coming in right now. Breaking news, Union Minister Smriti Irani slamming Congress over this, saying Congress is literally demanding proof of surgical strike. They didn't pay tribute to soldiers at the war memorial. They're preaching about patriotism, and this is not how real patriots behave. They don't back those chanting "Tukre." Mohit, that's the latest set of comment coming in. So clearly, this doesn't look like an issue that's just going to die down, despite the government repeatedly emphasizing that this is a shift to the National War Memorial. Mohit? That's the latest coming in on the Amar Jawan Jyoti face-off. Smriti Irani's comments talking about how the Congress is, simply preaching, teaching us about nationalism. They didn't pay tribute at the National War Memorial, really coming out and slamming the Congress about this entire issue and saying it's like demanding proof of surgical, they've demanded proof of surgical strike, and there's been no Congress tribute at the War Memorial. We are tracking live visuals on ground for you of the Amar Jawan Jyoti being doused as it moves home to the National War Memorial. As we do, we bring you continuous updates on the kind of political uproar over this. Whole host of reactions coming in. Listen in.
Time has come to shift the Amar Jawan Jyoti to merge it with the National War Memorial. If you go to India Gate, you find it's a very sacred thing, the Amar Jawan Jyoti. But however, in and around India Gate, you find our people who are picnicking there, who are making a lot of other things. But the National War Memorial is a sacred thing. It honors the Indian soldiers, the sailor and air warriors. It honors their supreme sacrifice. It also celebrates the soldiers. So I do feel that something which is being done is in the best interest of the armed forces and the nation and the people of India.
आज की तारीख में नेशनल वॉर मेमोरियल में जो एक वहाँ पे फ्लेम जल रही है, वो तो फ्लेम यहाँ से बोरो की गई है और वो इसी का हिस्सा है. आप एक देश में एक ही जगह में दो जगह पे ऐसी फ्लेम नहीं कर सकते हो जो कि एक तो अंग्रेज़ों के टाइम पे बनाए हुए, वो एक हरिडली बनाई थी. हाँ, 50 साल हो गए वहाँ पे हम सोल्जर्स को रिस्पेक्ट पे कर रहे हैं, लेकिन अननोन सोल्जर्स को तो एक बहुत फ़र्क है. तो मेरा ख्याल ये नेशनल वॉर मेमोरियल इज़ द ओनली प्लेस वेयर the soldiers have to be honored.
Think that this is a very wise decision on part of the government to merge the Amar Jyoti with the National War Memorial, because Amar Jyoti was a temporary measure which was taken by the government when we didn't have a National War Memorial to honor all those people, all those soldiers, officers who had been martyred up to 1971 war. Now, since we have a National War Memorial, so it is appropriate and it is in fitment of things that the Amar Jyoti should be merged with the present National War Memorial.
इंडिया गेट अंग्रेजों का बनाया युद्ध स्मारक है। उसके नीचे अमर जवान 1971 की लड़ाई में जो वीर हमारे लिए अपने को हुतात्मा बना गए, उनके लिए है। जो अमर जवान ज्योति है वो अब इंडिया गेट के नीचे के में नहीं रहेगी, बल्कि जो नया राष्ट्रीय स्मारक है, युद्ध स्मारक, वहाँ पर जाकर उसमें विलीन हो जाएगी।